Welcome guys to my channel. My channel is called Best Amazing Great Outdoors. So our reserves, Auckland's reserves, parks, walkways and beaches all around Auckland. So this one is the first one. It's close to my home, so Eskdale Reserve Network. So as you see on our map here, there's a variety of tracks, walking tracks. There's a little waterfall as well. So let's take a walk. So this is the Kari dieback station. So we're supposed to clean your feet. So let me just show you what you need to do to protect the Kari. So this is the antiseptic spray. So just spray your feet like this, like so. So I basically entered from my house. I haven't worn my shoes anywhere else, so my shoes are pretty clean, but you still have to do this one. So just a little scrub. I'll clean them better when I get on our way back. Yeah. So a little brush. Like I said, my shoes are pretty clean. Oops, pretty spray. Ooh. That's like antiseptic spray. So this is what the reserve is all about. Beautiful trees, nice formed track, so good gravel to show you around.
I just did small.
So it's beautiful here. So there's a stream that runs down along the tracks, different plants. And what I love about, New Zealand and in Auckland, everything is marked. There's always signs everywhere. There's no pollution, hardly any pollution, so everything is clean and tidy. Like you will hardly find any garbage or litter anywhere. Just look around, it's all clean, right? No garbage, nothing. And that reflects a lot on our, how we as people care for environment here. And we're very proud and we're very, respectful of our surroundings and our environment, and that's how it should be. So just show you, so this is like, see? So if we head that way, it's heading towards Kapatiki Road, which is 24 minutes. It's quite a nice track, so that's the one we will take today. And it's a lot. Also you can do. Also takes you to Eskdale Road. So if you go to the left more, but Kapatiki Road, if you head all the way to the other end. So see, everything is named. Everything is marked. It's very civilized and very helpful actually, especially if you're new and you don't want to get lost. So it's like absolutely gorgeous here. It's a lovely day as well, not too hot. We're in the middle of summer now, so it's January. So it's fairly hot, but we had a lot of rain. But likely today is a nice day. So just some information here about possums. Possums are a problem. So we can see the possum to be a pest. So again, there's some possum like bait stations that are placed, and some, we're trying to address this issue of possums. Alrighty, let's carry on on this track. So I use these tracks to practice for my Auckland Marathon. So I mostly do running here, as this is my backyard, but also it's great for walking too, if you just wanna. So you can do like a loop here. So if you walk a whole loop, it takes you about an hour. So this is an extra. So to do a loop, we go the other way, but this like the sign said, it takes about 24 minutes to walk to one end, and that's walking at pretty slow pace. the signs, the timings are very generous on those signs. So if you walk at a medium pace, it might take you even like, I don't know, around 20 minutes to come to reach the road. So, I can see the sun streaming through the trees. It's beautiful here. Yeah, gorgeous. See, it's really nice how the path has been built. There's like a fence on one side so you can't fall over. Especially, there's lots of kids, lots of like families with little kids who live here around this neighborhood. So, you don't want them to have an accident. So it's, yeah, very thoughtful. We are very lucky. Okay. So this is how the track goes. Very nice, smooth, easy boardwalk mixed with like firm gravel. Very easy to walk on, exactly, and again like suitable for like wheelchairs as well. And we have a lot of bikers, mountain bikers who come on this track as well. So it's multi-use. So my goal is to showcase Auckland and then further afield, go further afield to other parts around the country. So I'll do a lot of hiking. So, I'll be able to show you some dog huts and what they're all about. But main focus for now will be, I'll be filming, taking you to the most beautiful parks around Auckland, parks, reserves and beaches. So we'll probably start with parks and reserves. So my next episode, I'll be taking you to the Domain Winter Garden and Panel Gardens as well. So that's gonna be my next episode. So you're very welcome to watch. And if you are, watching from outside of New Zealand and you're ever thinking coming to New Zealand, it's great, man. It's awesome. I highly recommend. You'll have a great time here. It's a great place to visit, especially in the summer. The best time to visit New Zealand probably is around summertime. Maybe not December, January, as it's the weather is still a little bit. Our summer usually starts quite late. Not like in Europe when our summer starts beginning of June. For 3 months. Here our summer starts, the weather is officially, summer starts from beginning of December here in New Zealand, but in reality December and January, well, first half of January, still the weather can be quite unstable. So we get a lot of rain and it just can be like chilly days. But towards the second half of January usually, and like February is really lovely, warm. And also you avoid all the public holidays because obviously in January there's like New Year's, like there's Christmas at the end of December. And then there's New Year, your New Year's Day, and first and 2nd of January is like the public holidays. And then at the end of January is like Auckland anniversary. So there's lots of people, taking time off work, like local people, Aucklanders, and taking time off work and traveling. So obviously it's a very busy holiday season. So if you're interested in coming to New Zealand, the best time I would recommend probably is around February, maybe February, March. Best time to come here. Less crowds. Public holidays are behind you, and yeah, it's just. The weather is very warm, pleasant, And you know, if you're into swimming, if you enjoy the beaches, swimming, February, March, the water is at its prime. It's like the best time to swim because the water is like really warm. So again, we're coming to the Kari station again, another cleaning station. So here it says clean footwear and gear when going in and out of forest. So we're just going to do what we're supposed to do and clean our feet. So again, you spray here for your sandals and use the brush here. Just clean your feet. Spray here. Oh, sometimes you have to press, like stand quite hard. So here's another sign. So Kapiti Road. So we'll just carry on, continue our walk. Yeah, so it's lovely. Everything is like labeled, lots of signs everywhere. And beautiful trees. No, it's nice. You can, because this track is so good. It's not super long. You can do it like before work to get your morning exercise, or after work. Combine it with your run. So if you wanna maybe do a run in the morning, walk in the morning and run in the afternoon after work. Just very relaxing place to come. So it is quite a busy, popular track. There's quite a few walkers. I wish I could run and film, but that might be a bit hard. So I'm just going to walk fast and film. This explains, see, there's a stream that runs all along the track. I would not recommend swimming there. So it's not really suitable for going in, but obviously people who walk the dogs jump in the water. So the dogs have a good time there. But yeah, I would not go in. It's a bit dirty. I enjoy fresh salt water. It's really good for your skin. I've had my first swim at Piha this season. Piha is the west coast beach out by west coast, west of Auckland, in Waitakere Regional Park. So that was very beautiful. I went on Christmas Day actually. Yeah, the last week. And it was great. The water wasn't too cold, which was quite surprising for the end of December, but it was actually quite pleasant. So obviously I'm not filming, the whole track, every second of it. But I'm just filming the highlights, the best bit of the track, because I don't want you to get too bored and watch this video for, God knows how long. It's a great video, but I understand that we don't wanna make this video too long. So we're just gonna film the highlights, the best parts of it. So here's another sign. So it says Kapiti Road, 12 minutes. So this way is to, what's it say? Oh, Lauderdale Road. Remember there was a sign that said Lauderdale Road? So we're going this way. And there's so many trees, and on a hot day, on a hot summer day, if you want to go for a walk but you don't want to be, out where there's no shade, boiling hot, you know. This is a perfect place to come actually because there's lots of shade, lots of trees, sound of the stream in the background, birds singing, very peaceful. And you know, it's really good to connect with nature, you know, for your mind, for your soul. It's beautiful. It's great. You can, for people who are into meditation, you can come here and meditate as well. So I'm trying not to film people because of privacy. Okay. So the trek now the trek is getting a little bit steeper, but it's just a little elevation, you know, outside maybe, you know, we're only going maybe up 5-6 meters up at a time, so it's not, you hardly ever notice it. So they've actually chopped down a lot of trees here, and they've actually redone this whole redone this whole section of the track. It's a nice view here. Yeah. So here's a little bit open. So yeah, we're getting lots of sun. Now we're gonna go back in the shade shortly. Yeah. So I've lived here for about 29 years now, in Auckland, and I'm still in, you know, there's still moments, you know, where I'd be driving across Harbour Bridge and not just be like in awe, absolute awe, like just that feeling of like absolute gratitude and appreciation for, you know, where I live, for what we have, for our surroundings. I have traveled a little bit to other countries, not much. I haven't done much traveling because, you know, as you know, New Zealand is so far away from all other countries, all other continents. So it's quite hard to get anywhere, but, you know, I have managed to visit a few countries, and I mean, yeah, they're beautiful, but, you know, we're just so lucky in so many ways. You know, we've got skiing. You know, we've got mountains, we can ski. In winter, like it's so easy to get to the beach here, you know. You can doesn't matter where you live, you know. The most you need to travel would be an hour to when you're at the beach. You can swim and swim, snorkel, boogie board, surf. There's so many water sports you can do here. Yeah, so that's what I like about New Zealand. Everything is pretty much at your doorstep. Yeah, so many parks, reserves, and I mean, all these parks and reserves are free, you know, they're maintained by our local council. But yeah, most like public reserves and parks, they're free. So, you know, you don't have to pay to visit them. You can just visit for free. You know, use them for free. I mean, we obviously have to pay our taxes, but yeah, I hope you know what I hope you know the point I'm trying to make, that, you know, in some other countries, you know, if you want to visit parks and that, you know, a lot of it is like you have to pay. A lot of them are private, you have to pay to enter. Here, most parks, yeah, like I said, are free, which is, we're pretty lucky in that respect. Yeah, see, it's like nice opening here. So as you can see, that's the main road further over there. So that's where we're heading. So we're sort of coming towards the end of the trek now, and it's pretty much, so yeah, it's the same way back as we came. So I won't film. So I'll just film till we reach the end of the road, and I'll stop there. So this is, you know, like I said, it's the first episode. just I thought, hey, start with my local reserve, and then I'll take you somewhere really special in the next episode. Like I said, it's going to be in Auckland Domain, Winter Garden. So highly recommend the place. That's also where our Auckland War Memorial Museum is located, next to the park, inside the domain. And that showcases our history, you know, the Pacifica history, Maori history. So lots of exhibits. There's like it's a three-story level museum, and it's free for residents and citizens of New Zealand. But if you're an international visitor, I actually looked it up yesterday. So if you're an international visitor, it's just $27, 27 New Zealand dollars. So, you know, highly recommend it. At the moment, they have a shark exhibition there. Shark exhibition on. So I'm thinking, maybe I'll check it out. I like mammals, like sea mammals, you know, sharks. Or actually, they considered fish. No. Reptiles. No. Sorry, anyway, moving on. Fish creatures. Sea creatures. That's what I call them, sea creatures. Apparently not all sharks are dangerous, you know. There's different types of sharks apparently, and some of them, I wouldn't say friendly, but you know, like for example, the great big white shark is the most dangerous one, right? That's the one you have to watch out for. But there's some like baby, small little sharks that like, they're just pretty much like not even interested in humans. You know, they just pretty much, if they encounter you in the water, they just pretty much just ignore you, you know. So if you don't, it's kind of like if you don't mess with them, they're not gonna mess with you. So if you just like, you know, apparently like if you encounter a shark in the water, you're supposed to just like be really still and not splash or make any like sudden movement, and you think like be as still as possible, and then they just go right by you and swim away. But hey, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, like, hey, I've never, like, touch wood, I know, luckily I've never encountered a shark in real life, and I don't think I want to either. So anyway, we'll move on from that subject. Yeah, so just again filming the beautiful fauna, the natural fauna. So if you are planning on visiting Auckland and you're thinking, how many days, Christina, would you recommend I spend here? Well, it depends on your interest, how, like, your budget, how much time you have, obviously. Obviously, the more time, the better. But really, like, you know, up to a week, like 5-6 days would be great. You know, especially if you want to, like, see, not just around city center like CBD, but actually go like a little bit further afield and see more of our like beaches and parks and other places. So if you would like to, you know, depends what you want to see. We don't have many museums or art galleries. We have one main art gallery and one main museum, and then we have like smaller, you know what I mean, shops and galleries, but those two are the main ones. So you know, it's not like Paris where you can spend a whole week just visiting museums, you know, nothing else. It's a bit different here. Here is more like, I would visit New Zealand if you're into nature, outdoors. If you're a nature outdoor lover, then this is the great place for you. You know, if you're into like hiking, swimming, fishing, you know, mountain biking, yeah, all those things. You would have a great time here. If you are, maybe if you want just, you know, your focus is like museums and, you know, like art, maybe it's less of that here, you know. We still have some, but you know, yeah, it's won't be your main focus coming to New Zealand for that. Yeah, beautiful reserve. So I've lived in this area for about 6 months now and absolutely love it. So peaceful here. I have great neighbors. And I have this reserve. Oh my god, is that reserve? You know, 5 minutes walk from me, so it's a place to be. So you can hear the main road now. So obviously, you know, this like no, the sign said back there like 24 minutes from the sign to here to this point, but obviously it hasn't taken me 24 minutes. So like I said, the timings on the signs here are very generous. So yeah, probably took me less than that, like just under 20 minutes, I think. Again, so here's the map. Oops, sorry guys. I'll show you the map again. The name Eskdale Reserve Network. So see, you can see at the top here, see the circles. So the top of the first one is the main walking, so shows you that it's suitable for walkers. Second circle is like it's suitable for walkers and cyclists. So it means the bikers are allowed here. The third circle is showing you that's a sign for mountain bikers. So again, so if you see the circle and it has a cross on it, obviously it means that it's not allowed. But here, so in this instance, it's showing you that it is allowed. So walkers are allowed, cyclists are allowed, mountain bikers are allowed, dogs are allowed, and no smoking. So you can see here, red cross means not allowed. Now my Hari Mai, that's welcome in Maori. Because as you know, in New Zealand we have 2 languages. We have Maori and English. So English is our like official language, but also Maori as well. Yeah, so there you go. Just going over here. Alright, thank you so much guys for joining me here today, for taking your time, and I hope you have found this episode interesting, and some of the information I've shared you found interesting and useful as well. Yeah, and it's a great start. Very excited to continue this channel and to grow, and yeah, hoping to continue, and yeah. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a blissful day. See ya.